Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been so long since we did a full dedicated review to a single product in a video, but today that's exactly what we're doing. I just received the new Yummy Skin Serum Skin Tint from DANESSA MYRICKS Beauty. I have it in 2 different shades and we're going to play around with this today, see what we think, see if we love it, and all of that. So if that's something you're into, make sure to keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe because I upload every other day. And that'll be the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. So if you want to jump into the DANESSA MYRICKS Beauty Yummy Skin Serum Skin Tint review with me, stay tuned. All right, I am going to pull up the website just to look at the details of the product. This was sent to me in PR, but this is not a sponsored review. This retails for $36 each. It is a Serum Skin Tint Foundation with peptides and ceramides. It comes in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 different shades. Now I have 2 here. I have 2 and 6. I feel like 2 is going to be my color, and 6, it's actually Brandon's color, but if I want to mix in, this was the next one in the same undertone. So that's the reason these are the 2 shades that I selected. All right, according to the website, this is a hydrating and smoothing skincare infused skin tint that will provide light coverage and a skin-like radiant finish. It is light, radiant, and will smooth and blur. The highlighted ingredients that they have here are vegan collagen peptides to smooth your skin and plump fine lines, ceramides to strengthen and care for your skin's protective barrier, and a cactus extract, which is an antioxidant booster that will also soothe and hydrate, paraben-free, formaldehyde-free, phthalate, mineral oil, vegan, gluten-free, cruelty-free, the works. All right, our Yummy Skin Tint Serum visibly smooths your skin while supercharging your skin with nourishing ingredients. The product includes 16 flexible shades that are optimized to address redness and unevenness. Now, I am really excited to try this out in all of the videos, and that's just what the 16 shades look like. So it does go very light to very deep. And again, I have shade 2 and shade 6. We're going to see exactly how forgiving these are. So I'm going to start with 2, which I think is going to be a tiny bit light for me. I do have a complexion brush. This one is from Beauty For Real, and my beauty sponge. This one is from DSMD, which is Amanda Dark Skin Makeup Daily's brand. Amazing sponge for like $6, great brush, and we're going to try both. So right here, this is the packaging. So it is pretty in line with the DANESSA MYRICKS products, and it does have a little window so you can see the product. I'm going to grab a clear acrylic palette so that I don't have to put it right on my face. I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to take that much, not a ton. And right off the bat, it looks like it's a hair light. However, like I said, and like it says in the description, this is going to be super forgiving. So I'm going to take my finger and just dot a little on the cheek. Yeah, see, right away it looks like it's too light, but it definitely is shearing out nicely. I normally don't apply things with my fingers. However, when something calls itself a serum, that is a way I do like to apply it. Right away, the coverage is definitely light and definitely radiant. The more I work it into the skin, you'll notice it doesn't look too light. And I definitely have way too much product on here because, you know, I took a decent amount. I probably could have gotten away with half of that. So I'm going to grab the brush and I'm going to press this around the face. Definitely needs to be blended in a little more, but it is doing everything it claims. It is blurring, it is smoothing, it is radiant, it is hydrating. Before I say that it's officially too light, I will say that as I'm blending it, it is lightening up a little. I am very red in the center of my face, but it doesn't look too light compared to my neck and body. But I can always go in with like a bronzer or something instead. For the other side, I'm going to dot it with my finger, and then we're gonna grab the sponge to blend that out next. That is still giving me a pretty finish, nice and radiant. Looks nice. I will say, I think I'm gonna prefer taking the sponge on top just to pick up any extra product and press it in. I think I like the brush finger combo better for this. So I'm going to do just that. And I'm also gonna build it up a tiny bit just to give myself a little more coverage on the under eye and cheekbone. Not gonna do a ton more everywhere else, but it's already on the palette, so I might as well try it out. And I will say, as somebody who has taught classes for makeup artists, the biggest mistake I see is people who overuse product. So I do wanna see if this is something that you can overuse or if it builds up nicely. So you'll notice with the brush, I'm kind of pressing first and then pulling and blending. It definitely has a very beautiful radiant finish. My skin is more on the combo side, so I wouldn't call it oily, but I also would not call it dry. Definitely a combination T-zone. Now that I have it on the whole face, we're going to keep blending it, and hopefully it does claim to be forgiving. So it does look a little light right now, but hopefully we can counteract that a bit. Switching to the sponge just to pick up any excess. It definitely looks lighter on camera than it does in person, but I do really like it. It feels a little tacky to the touch. I am going to sort of press my sponge just to dry it off, and then just do one last press just to pick up any extra product we don't want. Definitely I can see my skin through it. I am going to take I'm gonna grab the Jones Road Beauty Gel Bronzer, which I am really loving. Not taking much of this, but I'm gonna use this just to add a little bit more depth to the sides of the face. Just pressing that into the same brush. Now, I don't think it looks crazy, but I feel like once I add a little bit of that depth and warmth to the perimeters of the face, it'll kind of help everything to feel better. And this is a similar consistency. I think the DANESSA MYRICKS is a little bit thinner, but going in with this, serum bronzer, just to add some depth back to the skin, will kind of help everything to look a little bit more like my color. Right away, I definitely think that helped. It just added a little bit of that depth back to the skin. I could probably get away with shade 3 as well, but the undertone was a little more warm. So this is going to be the coolest undertone, and I can absolutely make this work. I'm going to go and powder and add just a tiny bit of a little bit more bronzer, tiny bit of blush, just to kind of round it out and see where it takes us, and I'll be right back. All right, I am back. All that we added was blush, DANESSA MYRICKS, tiny bit more of the Jones Road bronzer, and a little bit of the Benefit Hoola Caramel bronzer just to set that down, and I think it's working really well. You'll notice that everything kind of warmed up nicely, and it doesn't look too light on me, which for me is a very big deal. It's also the middle of the summer. This in the fall, spring, and winter will absolutely be my perfect shade. And this is why I feel like I hate swatching makeup in Ulta or Sephora. You gotta get it on your face, you gotta try it, because if I just swatched that on my hand, I would have said it's too light, but blending it in, letting it warm up, applying the bronzer and the blush really does make it look quite nice. And I wouldn't say that this looks too light on me. I would absolutely wear this out and probably will. So all in, I think I really like this. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time on my face, and I'll be back for a final check-in in a couple hours. All right, we are back. I folded a little laundry, posted on Instagram, and edited the video that went up earlier in the week. So I'd say about an hour, hour and a half, and I'm definitely looking glowy, definitely looking radiant. Like, you can see a little bit of my oils shining through, which again, my skin is like combo. I get oily like here. So this is definitely gonna boost radiance, 1000%, not even a question. It does. I feel like I wanna just pat things out just to soak up some of that sticky oiliness, because I don't love being that radiant, but like even with the sponge, it still has that glow coming through. I think I really like this. I think in the future, I would probably want to go in with another layer of powder, just a translucent powder to set everything down to help control some of that oil. I also did not go in with any oil control primer. The only thing I put on was my skincare, and I actually skipped primer altogether because it claimed to be a serum. So I am probably going to try it out with a mattifying primer just to see like this is glowy enough on its own that it doesn't need the help of my oils to also be glowy. Either way, I think this is a beautiful summer finish. I don't think it's something, it's definitely not long wear. This is not something I would put on expecting to get 8, 10, 12 hours out of it. This is something I feel would be nice just to like throw on in the morning, go on your errands, and go about your day. Let me know your thoughts down below. I would love to hear it because I think I like this, but I want to, you tell me based on what you see. Does this work? Do we like it? Let me know. Thank you again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.